Okay, besties. I know. We're doing this again. We're talking about JoJo Siwa. I really wasn't planning to, but Homegirl popped up on the Vile Files podcast this week and it has completely taken over my For You page. The timeline is eating it up. Everyone has an opinion, everyone's choosing sides, and, plot twist, JoJo actually dropped some new tea we didn't know before. Mainly, she claims her ex, Kath, crossed some boundaries while she was in the Big Brother house. Yeah. We're getting messy today. So let's back it up a sec. JoJo is currently doing her whole post-reality show press tour thing, you know how it goes, and she's stopped by the Vile Files, hosted by Nick Viall and his wife Natalie, both of whom are super tight with JoJo. They trauma bonded on special forces together, so it's a whole thing. Naturally, it was a super safe space for JoJo to share her side. Nick and Natalie were Team JoJo all the way, defending her actions and calling her brave or whatever, but the internet? Yeah, not everyone's clapping. A lot of people feel like she's dodging accountability. Yes, she's 21 and still figuring herself out, literally who among us isn't, but people also feel like she kinda glossed over the emotional hurt she caused Kath, her partner at the time, while on the show. JoJo's whole take is basically, our relationship didn't end because of Chris Hughes or any flirtiness you saw on TV. There were other reasons, okay? But from what Kath has shared, it seems like Chris was part of the emotional damage, even if it wasn't a full-blown cheating scenario. Not like, you left me for him, but more like you got way too cozy with another man while we were still together and I watched it happen on international TV while eating hot Cheetos and spiraling. And honestly, that would wreck anyone's soul. JoJo admitted she found comfort in Chris during the show and started feeling differently about her relationship. She didn't cheat, but emotionally, lines were definitely blurred. She even said on the show that she was unsure about her relationship, and that would hurt anyone who thought y'all were solid. Imagine thinking your relationship is good and then watching your girl get her back scratched by some dude on a reality show and talking about how confused she is. I would have blacked out too. Full werewolf transformation. Lock me up with chains and garlic. Anyway, on the podcast, JoJo seemed more upset that Kath was pushing a narrative that made the breakup seem like it was all about Chris. JoJo goes, there were so many reasons. Chris wasn't one. I wish he was because that would have made things easier to explain, but he's not. And she really stood 10 toes down on that. I did not cheat. I would not. I have not. Girl was locked in. Then Nick asks, okay, but did you ever have doubts about how close you were getting with Chris? And JoJo basically goes, no? I literally asked Kath what our boundaries were before going on the show and felt like I stayed within them. Plot twist though, JoJo says Kath actually broke her boundaries too. So while JoJo was getting flamed for getting close to Chris, she was also apparently like, hey babe, just don't do XYZ while I'm gone, and Kath allegedly did it anyway. Nothing scandalous, but still, boundaries were crossed. Tit for tat energy. But back to the emotional chaos. JoJo says she was not ready to have a deep breakup talk the second she left the Big Brother house. She was overstimulated, exhausted, hadn't slept in 24 hours, was surrounded by 200 people, hadn't seen her phone in weeks, like she needed a minute. And then Kath pulled up to the rap party like, we need to talk. Now. And JoJo just kept saying, I don't know. I need time. Which, valid. But also, that's a heartbreaking thing to hear when you're seeking clarity. And JoJo was being hit with the big questions. Do you still want to be with me? Are you happy? Should we break up? And she finally broke and said, if you ask me tomorrow, I don't know. If you ask me right now, yes. That is brutal. Naturally, the internet reacted. TikTokers went in. One person said, if my partner was fondling another man's but on national television, I'd go feral. Tranquilize me. Chain me down. I'm unwell. Another person added, JoJo pretending to be shocked at Kath's reaction? I'd be shocked too if I got emotionally dumped on a reality show scene by millions. And someone else said what we're all thinking, sometimes we justify our bad behavior with made-up reasons so we don't feel like the villain. And then, this is the part that had me screaming, JoJo brought up how Kath asked for a business-class flight home after the breakup and JoJo was like, you just made a TikTok dragging me, and you want a luxury seat. Babe, you're lucky you got a flight at all. Airplane # nail polish. She said, Nick doesn't even put me in business class, and you want me to put my ex in business class? And okay, fair, but like, if I just got my feelings obliterated on international television, the bare minimum is a comfy seat and a free glass of wine. Give the girl a blanket and some leg room. Kath later clapped back with a TikTok like, me walking home from economy after getting dumped on TV skull. The level of passive-aggressive humor sparkles in that video? Iconic. JoJo also said Kath was supposed to take their original video down and re-upload with more context. But apparently JoJo's little interview with Chris on the morning show changed all that. JoJo and Chris basically went on air to say, we're just friends smiling face, but you never know what the future holds eyes. And that probably made Kath feel like, yeah okay, never mind. I'm not clearing anything up. Y'all got it. So yeah, that's where we're at. A whole breakup saga, emotional whiplash, economy flight shade, and the internet picking apart every micro-expression in podcast clips. It'll probably die down soon, I think, but right now, JoJo's press tour has everyone talking. But what do you guys think? Was JoJo in the wrong? Was Kath overreacting? Was a business class flight actually deserved? Drop your thoughts in the comments, don't be shy. Love you guys so much and I'll see you in the next chaotic video. Bye!